Hi, so you may have noted last Christmas I went on holiday with Mummy for a week. Specifically, we went to a very beautiful country with a lot of mountains and small villages. Did you already guess what country it was? Confederatio Helvetica, also known in English as Switzerland. So let's talk about that in this little video. The first day of a vacation, we took a taxi to the central station, and from there we took two ICEs to Basel SBB station. And away I took a picture, by the way, of the Basel Badische Bahnhof, which is the German station. We could have stopped there, and in fact many German trains stop there because they arrive late. But we were fortunate enough that our train, even though it was from the Deutsche Bahn, actually arrived on time. From there on, we took the trains of Switzerland, which are luckily far more reliable, first to Landquart and then to School Tarasp main station, from where we took a bus to Ramosh, which was the place where our hotel was located and the place around which our vacation was focused. So, within the first 24 hours of being there, we actually also took my first ever mountain walk in my life. More specifically, we took a little bus up from Ramosh to Fna, and there we walked around a little bit. We wanted to go up a particular way that just had a sign in front of it saying that there was construction work going on. I didn't take a photo of that sign, but we backed off of it because we didn't know what was happening there. From there on, we took a walk along the other side back to Ramosh. However, the mountain walking trail was apparently too snowy to walk on. The snow was just too thick, and thusly we backed off of that as well on the recommendation of a local, and we slowly but certainly walked down over the main road that the bus took first. But it was a pretty nice walk after all. Yeah, that could have almost rhymed. Day 3 on Christmas Eve. But let's get started with the day itself anyway. We went to Martina with the bus, and from there we decided to walk back. And we first thought of a mountain trail again, but that didn't really work out due to the snow. Instead, we took a walk. It was still technically a mountain trail, but it went down the river Ing in the direction of Innsbruck. We, of course, went off way early at Ramosh, but on the way we took some beautiful photos. Like, this is an absolutely gorgeous place to be in the southeast of Switzerland. When we arrived at the hotel, thanks to the help of a couple of locals, we had a cheese fondue on the Christmas Eve. And on day 4, it was Christmas time. And on this day, we went walking from Ramosh to Suaen, where there was this interesting little retro Romanian sign that just says hello in the language. Allegra! From there on, we took the bus to Cent because we were getting a little bit tired. There, we took a beautiful walk to the direction of the old hotel and wellness center, Val Sinestra. The hotel still exists, but the wellness part of it has been removed. We were also stopped a bit early, again by conditions, and we went back to Cent to try to catch a bus over there. However, the bus arrived so late compared to the schedule that we simply decided to give up and hold our thumb out in front of the road. We hitched a ride with a very friendly local who just so happened to be in the direction of Ramosh, where her husband lives, and therefore we accepted and took the ride towards her home. we were let out of the van just in front of her house, and we walked back to our hotel for a very delicious 6-course Christmas meal. Of course, I don't have any photos of that, by the way. So now it is time for day 5, the longest walk we ever took in this entire vacation. We went by bus to school and took a gondola up to a ski resort. By the way, this photo is actually from La Paz, but yeah, when I was in this cabin, I not only found it pretty hard to take a photo, but I also had this feeling that this was like something I've already done before. Or if you're French speaking, that's called déjà vu. Yep, the Swiss company that made this gondola also made those in La Paz, which I went to on the vacation in Peru last year that I didn't make a video about. Anyway, when we arrived, we didn't find a bustling, beautiful city. Instead, we found a also beautiful, snowy ski resort where people were actually skiing and snowboarding. But we didn't. Instead, we went onto a mountain trail in the direction of a small restaurant called Bruy. The restaurant is above the city Ftan, to which we then descended over a mountain trail. Then we walked back to Squall and saw this beautiful Swiss farm on our way, which is very not like the industrial big business Dutch farms. There were just a couple of cows grazing around outside, even when it was snowy. And took the bus back to Ramosh, of course, as this is the second to last day. And we are now at the last day before departure. The 6th day was particularly relaxing for us. We first took bus and train to Garda, and from there we took a mountain trail to Ardèze. Underway, among other things, we came across this little patch which had warning signs for kids crossing, whereas there was no school or playground or anything like that in the middle. Why is that? Anyway, when we arrived in Ardèze, we stopped by a very special restaurant, one that is so well known, in fact, that its cakes even sell quite well in Zurich. We took one of their lemon cakes and then took the train back to Squall. From there we went into the door you see over here, which led into a wellness centre. For obvious reasons, I cannot take photos inside, but I can tell you that it was absolutely relaxing. I'm not sponsored by any companies here, but like the different baths inside and out, from a steam bath to just a warm bath to a salty bath, it was, how can I tell it differently? But then came along a bit of a more difficult problem. We wanted to go back from Squall to Ramosh, but there was a Christmas walk arriving today. And while we were waiting for the bus, we were told that the next one wasn't going to arrive due to the walk. We almost feared that our own bus that we intended to catch would be cancelled. Fortunately, it wasn't. And then finally it was time to depart. Unfortunately, I don't have too many videos of this, or even photos, but I can tell you this. We went via a Eurocity connection from Basel to Cologne. However, the train was delayed by about 15 minutes. We initially intended to take a number of regional trains as this would be cheaper for the way back. However, we ended up being rebooked onto an ICE straight to Utrecht Central Station, and from there we could take a local back home. So overall, what do I think of at least the area I went to? Well, while Switzerland is an expensive country, so not for everyone, it is an absolute beautiful country for mountain walking or langlauf or skiing, and our particular area is absolutely gorgeous. It actually borders Italy and Austria though. So I can't really give any recommendations since this is the first time in my life in the country, which itself made it quite special to me. But I can tell you that it is definitely one of those countries that just sticks to my bucket list, just because of its sheer beauty. Anyway, I hope to see you another time, maybe on a vacation, but also the weeklies. Bye bye! I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do, please give a thumbs up and share this video with all your friends, and perhaps consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.